It is September 15th. Allison and I are currently in Wyoming right now. I have a elk tag, and I bought the archery permit. That way I could come and hunt during the archery season, and it's also good for the rifle season if I don't fill it during the archery season. So we got the next 6 days to archery hunt. We got Allison behind the camera, and it's an area that we've hunted before. So we're hoping to get our same camp spot that we've had before, and hopefully the elk are still in the area and we don't run into any grizzly bears this year.
Hopefully.
So stay tuned. It's about an hour and a half from camp here yet. Probably gonna get there and get camp all set up, but probably be dark by the time we get there. So we'll either check back in then or check back in the morning.
See you then.
It's September 16th. We just got up on top of the mountain. It's about a mile hike in here from camp, and right when we were leaving the camper, another guy pulled up to our spot to follow us up the trail. So we took off because we were ready to go. So there will be another hunter up here with us today, and he did say that he's seen a few grizzlies the last couple days. So who knows how long we'll be hunting here, but we're gonna give her hell today, and hopefully we can chase some bugles. It's a beautiful sunrise. We just heard our first bugle of the morning. It was on like 500-600 yards in front of us. Got the wind in our favor, and thermals are coming downhill anyway, so hopefully we can get in on this bull. Beat up all morning. Just got spotted by 2 cows. I don't think there was a bull with them. We got a bull bugling on this ridge over here. Another bull bugling further up the ridge here, so they're both quite a ways away from the sounds of it, but it's been a while since I've been elk hunting. We'll try to play around with them a little bit. Well, we officially just spotted our first bull of the trip. Looks like a younger bull, but you definitely do. Super windy today. It's like 25-mile-an-hour winds, but kind of popped up on a cow and took off after her, so there might be more down in here. We'll blast her a little bit better, but I think he was following her pretty hard. I don't know if we'll catch up to him, but it's exciting. Well, this morning started off pretty good. We heard a couple bulls right off the bat. One was on the other side of a stream and ended up running into a different group of cows, and they took off on us. So we just kind of kept going up the mountain towards that other bull that bugled, but we never did catch up to him or find him, and we just have kind of continued to keep cruising up the mountain here. We just stopped for lunch and I take a little nap here and See what the afternoon has in store for us.
Sounds good.
Any words of wisdom?
Nope.
We just put a bull to bed. He's bugling his head off, so hopefully in the morning we can come in here and relocate him again, and hopefully we can get in on him. The wind was kind of a pain in the ass today. He was really swirling and blowing like 20-25 miles an hour, so hopefully that bull's still in here tomorrow and we can get in on him tomorrow. Well, here we are, day 2 of our hunt. It is September 17th. Looks like we're going to have about the same conditions as we did yesterday, about 70s for high and 20 to 30 mile an hour winds again, which kind of made it tough on us yesterday. Wind kept kind of swirling in the canyons and just made it kind of tough to get a consistent wind in your favor. Kind of made the elk shut up after about 9:30, I think was the last bugle we ever heard, till last night when he put that bull to bed. So hopefully he's in that same area and we can head in there and hopefully get in close today. So cheers.
Cheers. Good luck.
Thanks.
That's close. He's at the top.
We got a bull bugling up on the ridge above us. He's still probably 200 yards to feet.
Well, we had a pretty exciting morning so far. We got up on the ridge above the river, and there was a bull right below us there. Cows seen us. They took off, ran to the other side of the river, and then there was another group with a bull and a couple cows on this side of the river. Just got into, 80 to 100 yards from this bull, but he just wasn't having it, and I gave him one bugle, but he shut up after that, so he definitely didn't like that. So we're going to leave them alone. They're headed up the ridge. I think I know where they'll bed at, and we're going to try to go after this other one that's still talking that we seen right away this morning, so we'll see how it goes. Well, we screwed up another one. Go figure. I don't know, we probably were at 70 yards from the group, but we didn't know exactly where they were. And I was just trying to get a little bit further to get to a little opening to have a shot to call at, and one of the cows seen us and they took off. So there's one more bugle that we haven't pursued yet. We might go try to see if we can find him before we screw up every stock. So we'll see what happens. Well, that's pretty much a wrap for day 2. We're just heading out on this old fire trail that's closed to vehicles before it gets too dark. Seen 6 cows tonight. Never really heard any bugles even, but we just kind of sat on the ridge where we knew we had spooked a group 2 earlier, that one that we were really close on, but never did hear anything fire up this evening. So we get out of here before it's too dark and back at it again tomorrow. I think we're gonna go back up the other side where we did this morning and do the same thing, and hopefully we'll get into them again. It's a pretty fun morning. Afternoon and evening were pretty bleak, but we're seeing elk, so that's the main thing. Over and out till tomorrow. Okay, 3rd morning. We got a bull bugle right above us. It's about another 5-10 minutes before light, but we're gonna try to get in there and get in on them. Hopefully today's the day.
He's walking towards the river.
Okay, that was the bull from this morning that we got on. Came down at 80 to 100 yards. Just screaming at me back, but never came in, so we're going to try to get back on him, cross this river, and see if they'll play later on.
Yeah, I see.
Well, I just made the shot on that 5x5 bull. Pretty sure it was the same bull that we encountered yesterday up on top. He was at 57 to 60 yards, and I stopped him in kind of a bad spot, but I'm pretty sure I made a good shot. I was pretty steady. I seen the arrow sticking out of him when he ran away. At least half of it was inside of him, but Allison jumped a little bit in the video, so we're going to give it at least an hour. Just sit here and wait. We never did hear any crashing. Allison, last spot she seen him was up on the ridge, but he wasn't going very fast, so fingers crossed that he is down up top on the ridge here, but we're going to give him some time just in case. I don't want to push him. I hate this part. Alright, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes since I shot the bull. We were standing right here, and the bull was about 55, 60 yards up here. We're going to go look, try to find some blood. I know the arrow was stuck in him when he spun and took off, so I don't know if we'll find the arrow right away, but we'll start looking for blood, and fingers crossed he's down on the ridge. So, alright, well, we're finding some blood. At the bottom of the hill we weren't finding much, but it's time to start to find more as we climb. There's some right here. It was pretty sparse there for a while, but he must have stood here for a while and bled. Well, we are currently hiding out underneath some trees while it rains. No luck yet finding him. I think what little blood there was left is getting washed away now, so kinda sucks. Been at it since 8 o'clock, and it is 4:03. So. Well, it's kind of a roller coaster of events today. Got on that bull this morning and had him come into 55 yards. Thought I made a pretty good shot. We followed his blood for about 3¼ miles, and by the end of it, we were finding maybe a speck every 200-300 yards, or if we'd get lucky, he would go to cross a log and his leg would drag over it or something and leave a little bit of blood on the log. But we hiked our ass off trying to find him. Poured for about 4 hours and it's still lightly raining, so everything that was on the ground for blood is currently gone now. So I don't know if he's still alive or if he's out there dead somewhere, but we put in a pretty good effort today to try to find him. I hope he's okay if he is still alive, but that's hunting. We're going to try to get back in that same area tomorrow, see if we can possibly find him. We'll see. Allison fell in the creek while we were crossing it, and had water pouring out of her boots when we got across the creek. So we are headed back to camp about 30 minutes earlier tonight, so she can get her boots dried off. But it's hunting. Tough day. Alright, it's the 4th morning. We're just headed back up the mountain here. It's a little slow today. A little wet. Everything was wet this morning. And the heater in the camper didn't work last night, so nothing really got too dried out. But we're headed up the mountain. We'll see what today has in store for us.
He's looking right at her. He turned away.
Well, quick little weather update here. It's been raining for about the last hour, and now it's switched to snow. You can't even see across the other side of the drainage here. But we definitely weren't prepared again for this. I was smart enough to at least bring along my light rain gear, but all I got is a long sleeve shirt on under it, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do right now. If we're gonna go back and regroup, or else stay up here and tough it out until the last couple hours of daylight when things fire up again. So we'll see. Well, the rain and snow finally let up. We're starting to get a little bit of sun, but everything's pretty slippery and greasy. But we just heard a bugle down in this drainage here where that river's at. So we're gonna drop back down in. Hopefully Allison stays on her feet today and doesn't go splash in the river. She literally poured water out of her boot last night, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we're able to get in closer. It looks like there's enough cover down in here, so we'll go very home. Well, Allison, how are we doing?
Having some PTSD.
We're back at the river. We can't find a good enough spot to cross. Well, that's a wrap for day 4. Had a lot of encounters again with elk all day long. Chased that nice 6-point. Got in on him 4 different times, but could never get closer than 100 yards to him, and he didn't want to come in and see anything what was going on with the calls, which kind of makes it tough in this open country, well, in the burnt open country. So we're gonna head back up again in the morning. We're supposed to have snow tonight, so hopefully it doesn't snow too much or rain too much, and hopefully we can find some in the morning. Tomorrow is pretty much our last day to hunt. We got to leave on Tuesday morning, afternoon, so hopefully we can get it done tomorrow. All right, day 5. It is September 20th. We got some action in before we even got our morning interview in. So we're coming up from camp, hiking up the mountain, and had to shed some layers because it was dumping snow when we left. So we put on more layers, and then it stopped as soon as we started hiking. But stopped to shed some layers, and there was a nice 6-point bull bugle right below us. Just couldn't quite get him in close enough. He came across an opening at 45, but I didn't have it ranged in time, so he snuck through us and boogied on. So we're gonna go try to find something else. We ended up getting in pretty close to that big bull. It's kind of a rut fest going on there. There's 3 or 4 different bulls all screaming. He came over that little knoll. He was at 19 yards, but stopped right behind a tree. And when he turned his head, I thought he was going to start walking off to the right, which would have gave me a perfect shot. So I drew, and then he didn't even move. He just stayed behind the tree. So I held it for about 2 minutes, and finally I couldn't hold it any longer. So I'd put it down, and he didn't spook right away, but you knew something was up, and he kind of took off a little skittish out of there, and then they kind of all followed him up the mountain, and so we made a big loop around to try to get around in front of him, and we ended up running into some other hunters on the trail, and they actually got one of the bulls out of that group just within that half hour of us looping around. So great bull. Now we're on the trail again, hopefully finding some more elk. It's about 1 o'clock, so it's kind of the dead part of the day, but we're gonna keep wandering around and calling and seeing if anything will pipe off, and gotta make the most out of the last day here. So that's it for today. We gotta go home tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna come out in the morning and hunt or not. Game time decision, I guess, when we get back to the camper, talk it over a beer or two. So either we'll be heading back in the morning, or else we might go out for an hour or two. We'll see. But got to get the wife back for work on Wednesday. So well, today's a sad day. We got to go home. We decided not to go out hunting this morning, just in case we did get one down. I don't know if we'd have time to get everything all done today and get back home to get back in time for work tomorrow. So we just decided to sleep in a little bit and get everything put away, and we just got all hooked up, and we're about to head out. I'll be back in about 10 days with my buddy Jay. Both have rifle tags then, so get a little revenge. Hopefully we can both fill our tags and get some good footage. So as long as the elk stick around here, I think we shouldn't have too big of a issue with finding some and getting on some. So time will tell. Thanks for watching.